Hey guys, so again, I tell you guys this every time I'm about to fill one. I get so many requests about my Taylor Tells It Alls, and they seem to have the most positive feedback, so I want to shoot out another one. I'm shooting for like one each month, so last month I did one about losing a parent. This month is actually going to be about high school because I actually graduate next Thursday. Well, next Thursday is my last day of school, and I graduate the 20th, so that's crazy. But if you guys are wondering, I have a whole list of key points I want to talk about, so if you see me looking down, that's why. But today's Taylor Tells It All is going to be, like I said, about high school. But the thing about these videos that I want you guys to realize is that I'm very to the point. I'm going to tell you how it really is, and that's the whole point of these Taylor Tells It All. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I'm just going to tell you what it's really like. Sometimes it may offend people. Sometimes you may not agree with me, and that's fine, because some people have the best years of their life in high school. But personally, I think that the best years of my life are going to be in college, just because I feel like I'm going to be able to relate more to college students rather than high school students, but we'll see how that goes. Let me just tell you a little background. I went to a very small middle school, and we only had 12 people in my 8th grade class, so it was very small. And then I transitioned to a 4-year high school, which was a college preparatory school, which was Catholic too. It was a Catholic high school that had 2,400 students. You guys are obviously going to be able to tell how my high school experience went just by these notes. Like I said, I'm not trying to be negative, but high school wasn't really the best experience for me. I kind of, all through my freshman year, I was bullied by the girls in the grade above me. What had happened actually was a friend of mine had made a video joking around, and it was just like a music video, and I made one making fun of her, but it was a joke between us. Like, it was just in all in good fun, and people found it, they saw it, and they thought I was being serious, and I literally got bullied by people I had never even met. I would literally call my phone on private 37 times a night. Literally, I've had 37 phone calls one time. They would sing the song to me, they would just do really mean things to me, and so I had to change my number and get the dean involved in all of that, but I was bullied my freshman year in high school. Like I said, back to my bullying, what I've realized going to this school, that it wasn't even just the jocks. Normally, like, the stereotypical bully is a jock or a pretty girl. These people, just anybody gets bullied, and bullying is not dead. They may think, you know, now they have these campaigns that are trying to stop the bullying. No, it still goes on, it still exists, and it happened to me, so I can tell you right now, it still goes on. I really wanted to switch schools because of it. It was just killing me. I hated going to my school. I really did not like my school. My freshman, sophomore year, I wanted to transfer so bad, but my parents told me to stick it out, and now I'm graduating from the school, but you know, it is what it is. But I think your experience in high school, whether it's positive or negative, really has to do with the high school you go to. My high school, I'm going to be completely honest, is very well known for spoiled, rich, snobby people. That's just what my high school is known for. And it is kind of partially true. Everyone knows my school as just not very nice. It just doesn't have a very nice crowd. People are very, like, stuck up a little bit. So it's kind of hard to find your niche in that crowd when there's a lot of people that I can't stand. Sometimes I find myself sitting in class and I just listening to these comments that these people say. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you are so ignorant, so ignorant. But another thing about my school, it may be known about the snobby rich kids, but it is very well known in their academics. It is very well known in the partying department and the sports department. It is a good school itself, but the crowd in it is not really all that good. Bullying may not be dying, but the stereotypes are dying. So, like, a lot of times in movies you see football players that are really dumb. At my school, we have football players that are going to Ivy League schools because they have the grades for it too. We have cheerleaders who are all around nice girls. They're starting to realize that people are different, and it's okay if you want to wear black. It's okay if you want to wear bright red lipstick to school. It's okay if you play the band. It's just okay to be yourself. And that's one thing that I think people forget about high school, is they try so hard to be what people want them to be, and it's just, no, you're not going to have fun doing that. You need to be you. You need to find your niche of people. If you like music, find people in the music department or that play band or do, you know, orchestra or something like that. For me, I really liked makeup, so I kind of found my niche in the drama department because I was actually doing the makeup for the school plays. And theater people, they're out there, they're crazy. but they are the most accepting and nice people, and that's what gave me a lot of pleasure. My sophomore, junior, and senior year was doing the plays. I had a great time doing that, so I kind of found my little thing there. I would really recommend joining a club. Find your niche, like I said. Just find people who like the same things you do, and I'm telling you, high school will be so much more enjoyable. You could join the environmental club. I know my school has a bowling club. They have a cheerleading team, a football team. They have everything, and if you don't have a club that you find yourself fitting into, I would try bringing up to administration possibly about creating a club, because I know at my school we're allowed to do that. If you find like a teacher who's willing to help you guys out, you can always create your own club. I recommend just stepping outside of the box. Do something you had never done. Like I said, for me, it was kind of drama. I'd kind of been around drama my whole life. I'd been in plays a couple times, but for me, being behind the scenes and being behind set and doing all that was totally something different for me. One thing about high school that your parents probably have told you that you thought was not true are about drugs. Drugs are everywhere. My senior class has had 5 people expelled this year because of drugs. People do drugs before school. I know people who have done drugs during school, after school, just all the time. And now once you're in high school, it's not just about cigarettes, it's not just about alcohol, and it's moved even past marijuana. It is now towards cocaine. It is now towards ecstasy and stuff like that. So they're not for me. I'm not going to judge about what other people do, but I just wish they would get it out of school. You do not need to get high, and by high I mean any type of drug. You don't need to do that before school. School sucks, I'm going to give you that, but it is not that bad. So I just wish that people would take the drugs outside of school, because for me, it was just like after the 3rd person got caught with a drug, I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you guys really that dumb that you guys are continuously doing the same things and getting caught every single time? It was just mind-boggling to me that people are just continuously not learning from their mistakes. One thing that I find that people do about these drugs is they are so open about it. And like I said, if you do it, that's your prerogative, but don't post pictures on Facebook. Don't post pictures of you with bottles or with the joint or with anything like that. Social media, it was going to be the death of our generation. And people wonder why everyone knows everything about them or they gossip about them. It's because everyone puts it on Facebook. You write statuses, you tweet, you post pictures on Instagram. It's everywhere. And let me remind you guys that once it's on the internet, it is never coming off. You can always find something that was previously published on the internet. So posting pictures of drugs or doing things that you probably should just not be doing is not a good idea, because my school actually has undercover Facebook profiles. Like the administration has Facebook profiles and they look at people. Colleges do that too. Colleges do Google you and find out what's going on about you, and they do have undercover Facebook people too that will find out what you're doing, when you're doing it. And if they see that they see you at a party holding a joint, holding beer and posing with beer, you really think you're going to their college? I am a part of the social media sites, so I can kind of tell you that I've seen this all, but one thing, it can be great. Social media sites can be great, but you just need to monitor what content you put on your site. Another thing about high school, you're going to be broke, and that's probably even more to say towards college, but in high school, you're still going to be broke. There's going to be activities like prom, dances, football games, movies, parties, anything that you want. Can I just tell you guys that prom, I calculated it, the average couple for prom spends about $1,500. Now, at least that's just at my school, where the girls wear dresses that are like $400, $500. It's ridiculous. So I would highly recommend getting a job if you can balance it. If you can't balance it, then don't. You can find other ways to make money. But if you can work and do school at the same time, I would definitely recommend getting a job, and if you can afford to, get two. I started working when I was 15. I was a hostess at a restaurant. You know what you could do is you could work weekends if you can't manage it during the week. Weekends are a great alternative, and you still get some extra money to just spend. Even if you just want a pair of shoes, just forget school. If you want a pair of shoes to wear on the weekend, you're gonna need some extra money. High school. Friends in high school, that's a huge topic to talk about. I had a couple of friends freshman year, and now looking back senior year, I'm not friends with them anymore. So you are going to lose friends in high school. The girls that you go into high school with, you might not necessarily sit next to them at graduation. Now we just look at each other in the halls and it's like I didn't even know them. So that is one thing. You need to make sure you know who your friends are, because I'm telling you, high school is just about backstabbing, liars, cheaters, just people out to get you. So make sure you know who your true friends are, and don't trust people too easily. Keep your guard up a little bit. That's what I love about myself. I'm a really good judge of character, and I can meet someone and off the bat I can tell you right away whether they are gonna screw you over or if they have good intentions and stuff. So that's one quality that I absolutely love about myself, is that I am a great judge of character. And you need to be in high school. You need to know if people are gonna eventually do something hurtful to you, because you don't want to surround yourself with people like that. But you are gonna make some lifelong friends, so that is something. You might lose some, but you're gonna gain some. 2 rules of high school that these are never gonna change. Guys are holes and girls are chiz. If you guys know what I'm talking about. The B word and the A word for guys and girls, that's just the end, period. That's just how they are. Bottom line, again, school sucks. It does. School in general just honestly sucks. It is so boring going to school from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. or whatever your school day may be. It is a very long day, but in the long run, it will pay off, and make sure your grades are okay, because I know personally, I had a 3.8 and I had trouble getting into colleges in my state. College is so competitive, and you will have trouble getting in some places, unless you're like a genius. And my final point is just do what you love in high school. For me, it's been YouTube, and YouTube has been by far the best experience of my high school career. I started it when I was a freshman, right before I was going into freshman year, and now I'm graduating. So some of you guys have been with me for 4 years, and that's crazy to see me grow up. I've seen myself growing up. I've watched some older videos, and I'm like, what were you doing in that video? Why are you talking like that? What's your hair look like? But for me, it's been YouTube, so find what you love, and I'm telling you, high school is going to be great if you just figure out where you fit in. I just want you guys to know that I love you guys so much, and again, thank you for sticking with me with these 4 years, and you guys have all been the best friends I could have made in high school. You guys are the best memory I have of high school, and I will never forget this experience. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, but I just want you guys to know that your support means the world to me, and I really, really appreciate it. And you guys are just awesome, and thank you for being in my life.